I think that you can look at some of these things. If you look at something like Ether, which is the commodity asset that powers the Ethereum network, that is a very commodity-like asset. You can think of it much more like oil. It is consumed in order to run secure code on this network. And so, that would, as demand grows for that form of fuel, and they call it gas, actually, that you have to pay. But as demand grows for that kind of fuel, then absolutely you'd see price correlation of the demand for apps that are built on top of that. But to the correlation issue, I think one of the really noteworthy things has been how correlated so many of the crypto assets have been. If you look at the charts, you can see that really, really clearly, and that's completely irrational. So clearly, these are not all created equal, not even remotely close. I share a lot of Barry's sentiment that probably 90% of the projects are not long-term.
99. I mean, really. I mean, look. I mean,
a lot. But I think what you will see now, and I think we're going to see this really in the very near future, is projects that raise capital and are launching. You're going to be able to value them on the basis of the utility they're providing and the adoption. And there are some really interesting funds out there that have built valuation methodologies around crypto assets, and I think that's worth looking at those. But you will see these become less correlated as we go into the second half of this year.
So if I'm an institutional investor, why should I invest now? It sounds like there is still so much to be found out about which cryptocurrencies are going to be the cryptocurrencies. I mean, you've got your 5, but there are probably people out there who even doubt that there are 5 right now.
Sure.
Why not wait till more projects are being built on these platforms to really see which ones will dominate at the end of the day?
Well, I think as an asset class, it's here to stay.
Why do we take that for granted, that as an asset class, it's here to stay?
Yeah, so one, I think, look, the amount of innovation and investment and enthusiasm and awareness that now exists in such a very short period of time, I'm 100% confident that a decentralized, non-fiat, non-government company-controlled form of money is here to stay. Is Bitcoin the winner? I don't know. So I think for most investors that I speak with, especially institutional investors who are now really starting to get involved in this asset class, they don't have an answer to that question. And so one of the ways that they're starting to play the space is via index-type vehicles. One of our companies is Grayscale Investments, which is the largest asset manager in the space. And the most recent fund that we launched is a digital large cap fund that invests across the top 5 and rebalances quarterly. So the bet there is this asset class is here to stay. I don't know what the winner is going to be, but I have money deployed in the space.
Yeah, I mean, just to add a little bit to that, so we also have a product called Circle Invest, which is a retail product, and you can, with a couple taps, buy the market across market cap adjusted across 7 of the major assets, and that will grow to support a number of other assets. But to the why is it here to stay? I mean, I think what people are missing is that this is a new infrastructure layer of the internet. The last major infrastructure layers of the internet were, built over the last, 20 years, but really in origin, the 10 years earlier. And blockchain technology, these public infrastructures, are a major new infrastructure layer of the internet. It is going to replace what we think of as what operating systems do and the technology that powers everything from communications to trusted transactions. So this is, if you're interested in investing in the future of the internet and the infrastructure of the internet, this is probably the most interesting, valuable place to invest. And it's sort of like if you could go back 20 years and say, what if I could have made an investment in HTTP, the protocol, and the adoption of that? Or what if I could have made an investment in voice over IP or one of these kind of protocol layers? That's what you're able to do here. You're able to invest in the infrastructure build out of the next generation of the internet. This isn't just about digital gold. This is about replacing how information works in society, and it's a major breakthrough.